closer, baby, let the lights go out. Yeah. We fall and then we rise. No, my alibis, I wanna hide now. Yeah. Fall into the fire, babe, show you. Oh, we could shine the light, hey. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay. It's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Line, how many fingers? Endless conversations and you feel it floating now. I finally got you, and I'll follow you into the fire. Maybe we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you, oh, we could shine the light, yeah. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay. It's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Hold me up, cause you never wanna drop me, not me. Got the key, dancing to unlock me. Side to side, know their fingers don't faze me. Crazy to say, but nothing gonna stop me. If I can get you, I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. You should say what you say. Oh, come on, get it longer. Come on, get it longer. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Show you, let me show you pure love, pure love.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
A beautiful, magical Monday filled with hope and dreams coming true. Got to get back to what's in my heart. None of this other nonsense we've been chit-chatting about.
Okay, tell
That
me
stuff just aggravates
what's
me.
in your heart?
Goodness, I got a whole lot of questions for our crew going forward. We have a great Monday lined up for you. We got the Brew crew in the house and full Monday force. Some new friends joining us, some new friends on the board. A lot of good stuff they've been working on. New spots, new commercials. Amy Reshevsky's show is back live on Wednesday. So Alana's been working on all those pieces. It's nice to see all the teamwork going on.
If anybody can figure out what's going on with Facebook, let me know.
Yeah, we can't quite figure that out as well. We got Haley, Anna, Diana's in on Mondays, JP, and Slick is running the floor. How you doing, Slick? We got that Olympics piece loaded up for today, too? We're going to play that during commercial break. Congratulations to all the Olympics winners, especially to the U.S. women 66. 66 gold?
No, 66 medals.
66 medals in total. Pretty remarkable, isn't it?
We had 39 gold, I think.
Unbelievable.
We beat the Chinese by 1 goal.
It's really incredible.
We conquered the world this
We've got a nice piece that Slick put together in honor of the Olympics. I got some questions I got to chit-chat with you guys about and see what else is going on this magical Monday. You had a nice weekend. I know we talked about it a little bit this weekend. Jeremiah's had their grand opening this past weekend. You got to go check it out. They're located right on Glades Road and the southwest corner of Glades and the Turnpike or Boca Rio. Always a long line, but always delicious. You know what I've come to realize?
I'm afraid to ask.
It tastes much better fresh than frozen, which
What's
means you got to
fresh?
go more often. Jeremiah's.
I can't get in. I
go with
went
me.
there and the line, and it was scary.
You got to go with me.
Well, you got in?
Yeah. No, I didn't go anywhere this weekend. I was too busy dealing with. Here's the thing with marketing. Marketing is so good. I am a marketer's dream because I see something and I buy it. I go to the grocery store in the checkout line, you know those impulse buying things? Again,
you.
I'm the marketer's dream.
You do all that?
So I've been following this commercial with one of my beloved she-cons, right? My she icon. And I'm like, oh, well, if it's good enough for her, it's good enough for me. So I bought this new supplement. So I go into the store, and they're really good on upselling me. They go, instead of a 1 bottle of this, why don't you buy a 2nd bottle of another kind? Sure, why not? So I take 2 of the other kind, and then before I go to bed, I take 2 of the relaxing, sedating, sleeping ones. At 3 a.m., I thought I was going to go to the hospital. I got so sick. So I need to continue to follow my gut and who I am and not be the marketer's dream. 3
What's
shot?
that?
Yeah, let's do a 3 shot. Actually, let's do a 4 shot. So anyway, I did not leave the house much at all yesterday because I had taken too much supplements.
Does
that I should not be
anybody have a
taking.
pill here they want to sell Dawn?
Because I would probably buy it, yeah.
She takes all pills.
Not pills, they're supplements.
Supplements? They
Yes.
put you on the floor?
Yes, they're supplements. They're like natural herbal remedies because I don't like taking medicine. But those natural herbal remedies,
Which are worse than medicine.
I can't say they're worse. You just got to read the
You
ingredients.
spend the whole weekend
Sick. Yep.
sick.
Like
you,
food poisoning.
You, the toilet,
Sick.
and the bed had like a relationship.
Like sick. Not even that. It was like, you know when you get a cramp in your leg, those Charlie horses, and you can't release that knot? That's what it was. It was like this knot. My abs have never been so hard. It was like this knot in my entire stomach and back from this stuff. So, note to self, stick with what's in your gut and don't
Here, I got
do those
another
things.
pill in here. You want?
So I decided maybe I'm going to go on the Freddy food diet. And then I started thinking about that sandwich you ate on Friday.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing, but I'm thinking maybe that's a whole lot better than these healthy supplements that I take.
I ate
because
it.
you're good.
I didn't get sick.
Exactly.
You eat all that healthy greens. First of all, let me tell you something about lettuce. Too much green could be not good for you.
You sound like my mother. Working out will kill you.
True
That is what she says. So did you know a survey of 2,000 American drivers and car owners have explored the relationships that people have with their vehicles? And
What
they
kind
have
of
found
relationship?
that during the pandemic, people now have these life-altering moments in their car as well as in their home.
What does that mean?
Because have you seen what people do on social media, on Facebook? They do all their Facebook posts from their car, which I never understand why people wait until they're in the driver's seat of their
Why
car.
would you do a
go
Facebook
live?
post on your
I
your
don't know,
car?
but the study says that this is what people are doing. They're finding positive changes and coming up with great business ideas from the comforts of their car. It says while many Americans reduced their driving during the pandemic, the study shows that cars remain an essential part of our lives, and they have become an extension of our home, operating as everything from de facto office to video call studios for work.
In the car.
Let me ask you a question. Here's a percentage that said their car is the perfect space to talk to themselves. What do you guys
Do you
think?
guys go to your car to make phone calls?
Or to talk to yourself?
Hallie does it. Hallie, you go to your car?
No, I literally, when I do my podcast in here, that is all rehearsed in my car.
That's what they're saying.
You guys do this too?
48% said their car is the perfect space to talk to themselves. So Freddie won't like this one. Next runner up, 42%, it's the perfect place to cry. 37% said the perfect place to shop online. And 21% said it's the perfect place to take a photo of themselves.
You know what it sounds like to me? People don't have any privacy going on in their life. When you go home, is everybody there? So you got no privacy. That's what's
it.
going on here.
You
Now you
people-
can go outside and somebody follows you outside. Next thing they go in your phone. So you go to your car, there's nobody in your car, right? And you lock the doors. And if you drive to the end of the block, then you have some privacy, right?
Yep,
That's really what it is. Lack of privacy.
it might be.
That's what it is. I feel the same way. I have to go underneath the water in my pool
For
with
privacy?
a big bubble,
So nobody talks to you.
a bubble helmet with the phone inside the helmet.
So no one talks to you.
So then nobody would be on my phone call.
You need privacy. You
I
think
need
that's what it is privacy?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Do you feel safe in your car? Yeah? Safe?
Dan, you do a lot of your work in the car.
I do, but you know, I live alone, so if I want to talk to myself, there's no one to judge, except you know, Pablo.
I thought Slick lived with you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I only have a dog to judge me, so I don't have to stay in the car.
How does it feel to live by yourself?
Liberating?
You like it?
Liberating.
I do. I do.
JP, you
Interesting.
live at home?
Yes, I live at home with my 2 parents, my dog, and my sister.
Oh,
So you never have privacy either.
I have my room, but like, I'll leave if I want to leave.
Because they can hear through the door.
Yeah.
Now,
My dogs be
evades-
doing that.
Anna, you live at home with your parents?
Yeah, I do. So when I take phone calls, I go around the block. So I do my walks.
I thought you
like-
had your own apartment.
No, me? No. I live
Did
with
you
my
have like a
parents.
whole termite issue?
Yeah. And my parents.
Oh, that was your parents' house. I thought it was your own house.
No.
Hold it. Anna, why do you have to go for walks for your phone calls?
Because, like, do you know when you talk, like, without thinking? So when I'm at home, like, my mom's like, what? What did you say? I'm like, oh, God.
You
So I go
talk
for
without
walks.
thinking.
So I do two, like, multitasking. So go for a walk, do my phone calls.
You have privacy.
Yeah, I guess.
Is privacy a big deal
I
on
think
phone
so.
calls and videos and stuff?
Haley,
I live at home.
is
So,
privacy hard? Big
I
deal?
don't know. Like my family, we kind of just mind our own businesses, to be honest. Unless we're all downstairs. If we're all downstairs, like we're just all hanging out. But if we're in our own like individual rooms,
Would you
pretty
take
private.
would you take a phone call downstairs?
I usually go upstairs to take a phone call. But it just depends on who it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is, privacy issues. So people are heading to cars. That's about a lot of things, contemplating what I'm going to do today and all that.
Because you can turn on the music you want. You can sort of be at peace. People have conversations, they record things. You can kind of just, even people that drive to work, they use that as their peaceful Zen time. You either make phone calls, you can listen to an audiobook, and kind of do what you want to do.
For that, you go to the bathroom and sit in the bathroom and close the door.
Oh, not at my house. At my house, they come to the door. And they
Well-
try and talk to you through the door.
I have
So
a
like
sign
that
that says,
doesn't help either, right? Like why? Is it that important that you actually have to talk to me through the door?
I know it's crazy. I'm like, can it wait?
And it can always wait.
Yeah, but
And they're like, oh yeah, it can wait. Okay, so it can wait.
I
There's
have a
nothing
sign on my
life-threatening.
door.
Do
The
not-
king is busy. Enter at your own risk.
Or don't. I should just say, don't enter.
No,
Do not enter.
do not enter.
Do not enter.
Isn't that amazing? It used to be a man's privacy used to be the bathroom. No more. Nobody has any privacy anywhere. I gotta hide in a closet
No
and
more.
not let anybody know I'm in the closet. And then they come looking for me in every closet.
I tell you, no more. It's all about. We got to see the war room also because we've got some new friends hanging out on the board. We're going back into
They gotta
training.
go to a quad.
So I got to tell you something. They're going to go to a quad. Alana's learning the board.
She has a quad?
Alana loves folders.
Folders.
So she's now organizing as she goes along in folders.
So that should be, there you go, quiet, look at them.
There they are.
So
There's
we
Josh
should,
and
we should
Alana.
call Lana folders.
You're going to call Alana folders?
Why does she like folders?
I think she likes to be, I don't know, we got to ask her. She needs to grab a mic. Turn your mic on, Alana.
Turn
I
on
think
3.
you're 3.
I just love
You're
organization.
not going to hear her, though.
We're not going to be able to hear it. We can't hear it because you have to scream into the mic.
She likes organization. So she's like, why did the artists each share a board? Why don't they have their own board?
Because nobody's ever made their own board.
So that would be a good question. So I think we're going to teach. Alana's like, I'm in. So she's got Amy's board. So we're going to have a board for Amy and a separate board for Jay. Because when you have all these elements, look at Slick's face. Look.
Now, Lana, the trick is that you have to have an A-B button to send sound to the radio station. That's where the problem begins. But yes, every artist should have
Every
their
show
own
should
board.
have their own board.
their own board. And then when we add the elements, you should get rid of the elements and video that you don't use.
So she and I went through some of those today.
So folders is organized, and you have Mr. Unfolder teaching her.
Are we keeping you up?
Did you ever find your megaphone? Mr. Folders, where are you? Where's your megaphone?
No, I have a very manly voice. I don't use my
And then he was charging his phone, so I needed the plug to charge my computer. So he takes the battery out, the charger from the wall. He takes it with him. Where do you think I find it?
On your recorder, on your
On the
record player?
floor,
Oh.
over by Slick's studio. It was on the floor. Now, if you look on that chair, Dan, I bet you the charger's on the chair.
It's not on the chair. It's definitely on the table.
Oh, it's on the table now.
Yeah, it's there.
And we
you're
have a
right.
new merch girl in studio also, don't we?
Yes, absolutely. Working on the merch store.
What you working on? What are we adding?
She's taking, everybody sent their, Abby, you sent
Can she
yours?
make us some masks? I have some
She
embroidered
can make
ones.
masks. That's what she's wearing. Her and Josh are wearing the masks. Right, Josh? Look at Josh. That's the mask she made.
Yep, her Star Wars. So get everyone, need to order some new cafe masks because apparently masks are not going away anytime soon. So we may as well make them a fashion statement.
I want to wear glow-in-the-dark gloves.
Why?
It says wash your hands.
She get glow-in-the-dark masks.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Do a nighttime show like bowling in the dark.
I wonder if you can do, let's ask her. Josh, can you ask her if she can get glow-in-the-dark masks? Or maybe glow-in-the-dark lettering, so the mask could be like black, and when you go at night, you can see like the Brooklyn Cafe show sort of glows in the dark.
Can we
lights
do
up.
that?
He's gonna ask. So she's working on that for us also.
She said, yeah.
Very cool.
So if you want a merch store, we are now in the merch business. We will
She
put
says
one
yes.
together. Yeah, she could do it. We will put merch store together for you and your business. Just let us know what it is and everything else, and we'll talk numbers, and we'll get that going. But everybody in here sent a logo, like Slick for his show, Haley for hers. Anna's gonna have hers soon. Josh has his, but he didn't send it.
His logo.
And Dan is working on his.
Yeah, I'll make one.
So you can put it on a shirt or a cap.
Does anyone know when the Paralympics starts?
I thought it started after the Olympics, the regular Olympics.
What is the Paralympics?
Special needs.
Wheelchairs?
Special needs. So there's a new August 24th. So there is a new film coming out called Untethered. And it's about Paralympic Games and this gentleman who lost his eyesight to Kawasaki's disease when he was a little boy.
You could lose your eyesight? Wow.
And what it took for him to learn to become the #1 best sprinter. And he literally was tethered to a running partner. Started at an 8-inch tether, then down to a 4-inch tether. But
Why did they have to be tethered?
because he can't see. So he didn't know where the starting block was. He didn't know what was coming along the way. He didn't know where the ending block was. So this friend of his, his trainer, learned to run in sequence with him to run all of this.
That ain't easy.
But he cannot run in the Olympics tethered. So he's going to be untethered for the Olympics.
And how's he
to
going to run?
So there's a whole movie coming out called Untethered.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing, right?
That's a great story.
So I wanted to watch that. Slick, I was thinking of you because you like to watch the same kind of things I like to watch.
Don't say that, because he just agrees with you.
No.
No, he just agrees. Just agrees.
Like we watch,
Just agrees.
but no, I don't. Remember?
Disagrees.
Isn't that kind of cool, though? I think that's amazing.
He just agrees,
What
and he
people,
knows
what,
it.
what people can
Calling
accomplish
you out,
with the
blowing your
hope.
spot. Now, where is the next Olympics going to be? Because it is in California. You're wrong, wrong, wrong.
France.
London. Or France. No, it's not London. It's in
France.
Paris. It's in Paris, France. Not London. So far, you're 0 for 8. Look it up.
But I'm wondering, right, the Winter Olympics are 2 years after the Summer Olympics. However, with the delay in Summer Olympics, have they postponed the Winter Olympics? Or is that still
Not
continuing
yet.
to go?
Not
So-
yet.
No, so the Winter Olympics will be Paris. I like that. Paris 2029?
Thank you.
24.
24
All right, so
Paris.
Josh, when are the Winter Olympics is my question. They're next year, right? Because we delayed a year. We delayed a year, so it's only in a year from now. So next winter will be the Winter Olympics.
I want TikTok to run in the next Olympics for the marathon.
TikTok Taylor. Really? They start in 6 months? Where? Beijing.
Where?
Wow.
Who?
Beijing.
Who?
The Winter Olympics.
In 6 months? What are we, August? May, June, July, August. September.
February.
October, November. Yeah, it's about the height of the winter. Wow.
In Beijing.
Beijing, I want to go.
So that might be, you know.
I'm not going to China. Forget about it. Beijing's in China, right?
Yes.
Forget about it. Now, for the next Summer Olympics, I think that we should put,
I like this mode of communication, though, with our boards
I
here.
think we should put Dan to do speed walking.
Because I'm long, like what?
Because you have
Your
long
long legs.
legs.
Why? Okay. I mean, if I win, I'll be representing AMP and Brooklyn. You sure you want that logo put out
I'm
there?
gonna dress you up like a giant fire hydrant. You're gonna be a walking hydrant.
Usually in February.
I
I'm
was
loving
watching
this.
stride. It looks like a lot of hips. You know, a lot of hips, foot to toe.
Right?
Yeah, foot to toe. I think I got the form down mostly.
Yeah, I saw you walk the other day. I said, this guy is like a speeding bullet. He went to his car in like 3 strides. He got there. Boom, boom, boom.
Josh, where are the Paralympics being held? He's going to let us know that.
Josh,
also.
now you're in trouble. She's gonna keep writing that.
Because I like this. Really? So they're in Japan also. And
What?
they start August 24th, the Paralympics.
You're kidding me. They're gonna use the same plane?
I guess so.
I guess so, to save money.
Pretty amazing. Did you see the closing ceremonies?
Did you see that they had to give the marathon winners gold, bronze, and the USA got the bronze during the closing ceremonies? There wasn't enough time after the marathon, so they did it. And then they said, you know what they're gonna do it from now on. The last medal will be the marathon winner to pump up the volume. And my God, people went crazy. The U.S. team went crazy.
She
that
was
bronze,
amazing how she came in within, 10 seconds?
yes, but that bronze gave us 113, and the U.S. team went bananas. What's that say?
It says always 2 weeks after the regular Olympics, the Paralympics.
Paralympics.
Those are going to be incredible.
I thought for some reason the guy from London, the prince, was in charge of that. Now you're telling, he does the Special Olympics
Prince Charles?
in
Really?
Canada, yeah.
Oh, that I don't know.
And did you see that they opened up the Canadian border?
Only one way, though.
Only one way. You could go to Canada, you just can't come back.
That's what, yes.
It's
Does
a
that make any
one-way
sense to
ticket.
you, Haley? So they open the Canadian-U.S. border. U.S. can go to Canada, but you can't come back into the U.S.
You can't come back into the U.S.
So
you
I
gotta
don't
go.
understand. So
I feel like people
Canada's
are gonna
letting us in, but we're not letting Canadians in.
No.
Meanwhile, U.S. probably has higher numbers than Canada, so why are they even letting us in? And then you can't come back.
Dawn, haven't you learned anything?
No, does this
That's
make
the
any
way.
sense to you?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the way we do things.
Seriously.
Why would you open up Canada one way? You got to go to Cuba from Cuba to Dominican Republic to get back in the U.S.
Because Florida has the highest incidence of COVID and breakthrough than anywhere in the world, at least reportedly. But they're going to let us in Canada. But you
Yes,
can't
to
come
infect
into the
everybody
US.
up there. I wish everybody who didn't want a shot went to
Does
Canada.
any of this make sense to you?
I've been saying that all day.
You guys are young. Maybe it's clear in your brains because it's totally not clear in our brains.
Canada, Canada, oh Canada.
So Amy can go back to Canada.
Yes, but she can't come back here.
Amy was killing us today. She's logging on one code, and then she didn't hear us, so she's flopped to another. And then she'd flip-flop to another. But unless we knew she was flip-flopping, it wasn't coming through.
That's not the problem. One code is enough.
But
You're not
I thought
coming
she had
through?
another person. She was coming through on both.
Why would she do that? Of course she's going to come. That's not a test. That's not going to
It
work
was a
tomorrow.
test of the Amy emergency broadcast system.
Okay.
But she only needed one because they're going to be together. So that's all I can tell you.
She tested 2 codes and they're going to be together. That's like letting me into Canada, but I can't come back.
That makes no sense to me, I got to tell
It
you.
must be the Canadian way.
I don't know. Slick, do we have your Olympics piece in there?
I don't think they downloaded it.
Yes, we do. All right, let's take a commercial break. Let's play Slick's wrap-up summary of the Olympics. You're going to love some of these commercial pieces. Stay tuned. Give us a call. 888-994-4995. Press 1 for Studio A, and we will be right back.
It sure has sound. Hey, Slick, did we get a package from Amazon?
Yeah.
Mrs. Long?
Yes?
We got a
We
package from
found a
Amazon?
baby girl for your adoption, but there's some things you
Okay,
need to know.
there's a special surprise there.
She's in Siberia, and she was born with a rare condition. Her legs will need to be amputated.
I saw it this
She's
morning.
going to be swimming in the Paris.
I know this is difficult to hear.
How do they get the water in there?
Her life, it won't be easy.
Idiot. Slick, there's a light in there. There's a box that has...
Mrs. Long?
It might not be easy, but it'll be amazing. I can't wait to meet her.
We believe there is hope and strength in all of us. Toyota, proud partner of Team USA.
Stretching, and she puts it away. Cross court, got it. That is it. The United States has won the gold medal.
To get a gold medal finally just feels so amazing.
The A-team looking to stay hot at the beach while perfection continues in the gym. Hello, I'm Alexa Shaw. Golden Sand caps a golden run for a pair of Californians. Beach volleyball. The U.S. has won a medal in every Olympics since the sport was added in 1996. The U.S. team of April Ross and Alex Kleinman taking on the 5th-ranked Australian duo in the gold medal match. Temperatures on the sand reaching 120 degrees. The A-team wins the first set 21-15 and leads in the second.
The States has scored 9 unanswered points. Ross has the dig. And she puts it away. April Ross patrolling the back line like a sand panther.
That's part of a 10-0 run. The American duo wins the second set 21-16. April Ross wins her 3rd Olympic medal with her 3rd different partner. It's the first Olympic gold medal for both April and Alex.
This is what we dreamed of, and this is why we sacrificed so much and worked so hard, but I still don't know if I ever really expected this to come true, and it just feels like such a fairy tale, and I'm so grateful for April and the rest of our team, and it was truly a team effort. I feel like we all worked together so well and everybody chipped in, and I'm just beyond proud of our team.
The U.S. women's volleyball team will add to their trophy case. The Americans advanced to the gold medal match, beating Serbia in the semifinal in straight sets 25-19, 25-15, 25-23. Despite winning a medal in each of the last 3 Olympic Games, a Tokyo gold would be their first. U.S. and Serbia also meeting up in a semifinal on the basketball court. The U.S. women's basketball team riding a 53-game Olympic winning streak. The American team outscores the Serbians 25-12 in the first quarter and never turned back, advancing to the gold medal game with a 79-59 victory, make it 54 wins in a row. 3 players score in double digits in the winning effort. Another upset on the track. Men's 400-meter American expectations dashed with 4th and 5th place finishes. Bahama's Stephen Gardiner takes gold, his nation's first medal of the Games. Colombia's Anthony Zambrano claimed silver, becoming the first Colombian man to win an Olympic medal in track and field. The world's greatest athlete, the title given to the winner of the decathlon for the first time, belongs to a Canadian. Damian Warner sets an Olympic record in Tokyo, improving upon his Rio bronze. The 31-year-old becomes the oldest Olympic medalist in this event. The U.S. had won gold games but placed 4th, 6th, and 10th in Tokyo. Women's pole vault. Katie Nazat makes a golden Olympic debut. The 30-year-old from Ohio becomes the 3rd American to win gold in this event since it was introduced in 2000. Men's race walk 50 kilometers or a bit more than 31 miles. Poland's David Tomala in his second games finishes first. He may be the last Olympic champion in this event as it's not expected to be included in future games. Women's field hockey bronze medal match. Indian women trying to match the Indian men with the same Tokyo finish. Battling an experienced team from Great Britain who had won gold in Rio. India keeps it close but falls short 4-3. The Brits take bronze. Women's golf. 3rd round tee times moved in an effort to manage heat exposure. Although it seems nothing can cool off the world's top-ranked player. American Nelly Korda enjoying a 3-stroke lead after 3 rounds, following her second round 62 with a 69. But the shot of the day belongs to fellow American Danielle Kang. Her second on 17 lands on the green and bounces in and out of the cup. Weather may impact the final round of the women's golf tournament, too. Visit NBCOlympics.com to stay up to date on all of the latest news, updates, and results from Tokyo. I'm Alexa Shaw.
There she is, Miss America. There she is, your ideal. With so many beauties, she took the town by storm. With her all-American face and form. And there she is, walking on air, she is. Fairest of the fair, she is, Miss America. There she is.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We know what I did not order are more TV stands. That I got to do that.
We need
2.
2.
I'm going to try and get them before Wednesday when Dan's back in the house. Dan and Slick get 2, do 1 and 1. We should do like a TV mount race.
Yeah, we could definitely do a race.
See who can put it together faster. And then I'm going to see who can make these other TVs that we have straight faster.
What do you mean straight? They're all straight.
No.
What are you talking
Not so
about?
much. Hey, right? No.
I straightened that one out.
I can't wait to see what Haley put together for Gina because what you told me, you showed us you were putting together. I can't even imagine how you created it. So we're going to take a look at that. She doesn't know. And Anna did a new rejoiner for us. Yeah. Is it done? Yeah. Send it over to the board. Email it to Freddie. Alana, she's going to email you a new rejoiner so we can take a look.
She sent it.
All right, so let's download that and take a look at that. They're all working hard. And Josh, you're working on Eileen's elements. Get to take a look at that. We got to also.
Eileen's elements aren't finished because we have some spinners you're doing,
He's
right?
working on them.
Yeah, he's putting a little bit more complicated than anticipated.
A little more zoop. Jay Harmon's coming tomorrow morning to do his next
Oh,
show.
here we're with that again.
Things we get to learn to grow and keep. What do you call it? Grow and go and do.
Grow, go, and do.
Grow,
I gotta
go,
lower
and
the
do.
volume on this. All right.
You like this picture behind us? It's very old, that picture.
Why?
Why? Because it's about 4 years old. We took that
It's
from
not
our last
old.
studio.
Well, why don't you tell the world how old it is?
You can tell by the length of my hair.
Oh, look, I'm looking at
What's that?
Anna's piece.
The new rejoiner?
It looks very nice. Look at her go. Wolfen and Hofen.
Nice.
What sorts of different elements
Oh,
are
I
there?
like that with the soundboard, Anna. So we're going to play that. We may just need a lower third on it.
Lower thirds.
Call into the show with the logo. But as we go through it, so it can say call into the show. Very nice.
This is good work. Now, I wanted to ask Haley. Haley's
like
leaving us in another week, and she's going to Central Florida for school. And I want to know how you feel about going to the school. Do they require you to wear a mask?
I went to visit during spring break, and when we walked on campus, we were wearing masks already, and I think it was like still required in Orlando at the time that you had to wear masks. So we walked on campus, and they had like a bunch of tables set up of just like maybe like 3 students of each tables, and it was like for each building or like for each like corner of the school was like a wellness check. You had to take a survey on your phone, and when you like passed by these like tables, you had to show them on your phone that you already took the wellness check quiz, that you aren't like feeling sick or that you haven't like had COVID in the last however many days.
Are they requiring you to wear a mask?
Yep.
And how about being vaccinated?
I'm not sure, honestly. I can't imagine that, like, for college towns that they're gonna enforce it too hard just because, like, they get, like, funding from the government. From what I've heard, it's, like, a lot of colleges. I heard UF is trying to do, like, they already sent out, like, a newsletter, like, trying to, like, loophole around it, being like, oh, like, we highly encourage you to wear a mask. We expect you to wear a mask, but they can't say, like, you have to wear a mask because they're funded by the government.
Their state funding. It's a state school. Interesting.
It is interesting because I know that all the back-to-schoolers tomorrow, all the counties are requiring masks. I did not see one county.
Miami-Dade has not decided yet.
They're going to decide next Tuesday.
Because school hasn't started for them. I know.
The-
And Broward County decided.
the hot zone.
Broward County decided, changed their mind, and then backtracked. Then I was watching, like, Meet the Press or whatever it was yesterday morning, and I think it was the governor of, I want to say Arkansas, I'm not sure. He's like, yeah, I kind of put this bill through, and I regret doing it. So it's a good thing the legislature didn't sign off on my bill because I was saying no mask, and then new information came, so I'm glad they vetoed my bill. And I'm like, wow, right?
Makes you scratch your head.
It all makes you scratch your head. Do you know what I heard, and I didn't realize? Maybe you guys have. Unemployment still exists in other parts of this country, except Florida. You know, because we stopped the unemployment, the extra federal money. But the west coast of the United States,
Because they're on fire.
It's still implementing it. So people aren't working there at all.
They're on fire.
But more than
The
California.
state is on fire.
Our friends went out to the West Coast, and they said there's no cleaning service in their rooms. The restaurants have no servers. So if you want to eat, more than likely, she said they had to go to the grocery store and get like food like you would here and go on a picnic or take it back to the hotel room because there's no staff working.
No.
Rental cars are $200 a day.
Dawn,
A day.
Dawn, you think I'm kidding? Florida.
You thought Florida was bad?
California
It's worse everywhere else.
is so much on fire. They burned the city of New York.
They said it's the
twice
second
the
worst
size.
fire ever.
Yes.
And they're blaming their electric company.
I don't know about all that.
They said apparently a tree fell and hit a power line.
The first wildfire, wasn't it, what was it, a baby shower that set the forest on
yeah,
fire?
didn't they catch somebody and put them
A
in
gender
jail or
reveal
something?
party? And their fireworks set the forest on fire, and then there's their wildfire.
And this apparently, a tree hit a power line and started this fire. So this fire is one of the worst ever.
Now, did you see the latest? It's been 2 years since the Accords, the Green Accord, the what is that green? The world is heating up Accords, the Greenhouse Accords. It's been 2 years since they came out with a report. My God, they came out with one yesterday. Holy smokes! They're talking about the ices are melting because it's gotten so hot. If the Earth goes 2 more degrees heated, we're going to be living underwater, like Florida. Things are going to be submerged because it's beginning to it's beginning to melt the caps. The storms, the fires. You see Greece and Turkey on fire because it's so dry, no rain.
We need some good news. Haley, you going to work on this day in history? Can you give us some good news, please?
That was my day in history.
Yeah, I'm not liking that greenhouse effect bad thing.
You want me to do it right now?
Sure.
All right. So, on this day in history, General Ford became president after Richard Nixon resigned. And so Richard Nixon was the first president ever to resign from office. And he departed the White House with a smile and raised his arms in a peace salute while being transported from a helicopter. And minutes later, General Ford was sworn in as the 38th president. Ford was also the first president to be appointed rather than elected. He helped America escape from the scandals that the Nixon administration negatively carried.
Watergate. That's what that was all about. Do you know that President Ford, I'm so embarrassed because I was alive watching this. He was on a stage and he moved the chair back. He fell off the stage. True story.
One day I'm going to find the note I wrote to President Ford.
Did you? Was it before or after he pardoned Nixon?
I was a little girl. I have no idea. What year was that?
72?
Right? I think I was
74.
74.
Yeah, I was like little.
Ford pardoned Nixon for being a crook. I shouldn't say that. I take it back. Ford pardoned Nixon for being caught, allegedly being a crook, because it was never proved, but everybody knows he did it. You know how stupid Nixon was? He was one of the most brilliant minds in the world. Really a good politician. He decided to do Watergate to spy on the Democrats. He didn't need to.
You could have called Russia. They would have helped.
That's a whole different.
I'm kidding.
That's a whole different scandal.
Or Sarah Palin. She could see it from her house. I'm kidding.
She could see Russia from her house.
Love that.
If she lived in California.
I love that. Maybe she wants some ashwagandha.
Sarah Palin to me is one of the most brightest women in politics.
100%.
Because everybody remembers the craziness she did.
And then Tina Fey played her. I know.
Look what Britney Spears is doing now, dancing naked on the beach. Just to prove her father, I'm crazy and proud of it.
It's really interesting. I was little at the time. I used to have a boyfriend that loved Nixon. I'm thinking, how do you even know? But I guess he was that much older that he kind of remembered.
My father loved Nixon.
Yeah, but that was a different generation.
Yeah. He loved Nixon, and then they caught him with the cookie in the cookie jar. He's so stupid. Just stupid people.
So I was watching last night, CNN has these specials. This was the history of the sitcom. And I look at all this editing. You look back at these sitcoms, and at the time, I didn't realize how much differences in race and cultures there showed throughout the sitcom. So they showed the evolution of Mayberry, what a white sitcom that was, and Leave It to Beaver, and My Three Sons, how it was the woman stayed home and took care of the kids, and it was this
who
perfect
came in?
nuclear family.
Who blew it up? Who came in? Who was the numero uno?
Who, the Jeffersons?
Nope.
Sanford and Son?
Nope.
Who? Chico and the Man?
Nope.
Who?
Who brought black and white race to the television set?
I don't know.
Archie Bunker.
Really?
Archie Bunker was the first one that brought it up, and he put it on the show. And
with Sammy Davis Jr., remember that scene?
And he needed a blood transfusion, and Sammy Davis gave it to him. So he says, "You what? You put your blood in me?"
But they show the history of sitcoms from that up into, I guess, the sitcoms of your generation, shows I've never even heard of. and what they talk about. It's amazing. But I don't even know if people realize it, because it Community, and they talked about Friends, which was apparently a white sitcom, which, ever think about it? You're out? We see you tomorrow?
Yep.
Awesome. Nice job today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Angie
Okay.
staying?
Huh?
Is Angie staying?
No, she's going.
Is she going with you? Okay.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.
See you mañana.
So apparently Friends, never thought about this either, white sitcom. And then there was one right after Friends that was just like Friends that I didn't even realize. Oh, How I Met Your Mother, white sitcom.
That still is on the air, isn't it? How I Met Your Mother?
And now you think these are even recent. These are like shows that, I guess I was in my 20s when Friends came out. How I Met Your Mother came out.
90210, 90710,
90210.
90210. Another one?
And then I guess Parks and Recs, Community, The Office was a little bit more diversified.
You guys watch 90210?
My mom watched it.
Your
but-
mom watched it.
Yeah.
But think, Freddie, I mean, in
You
our
don't know?
generation,
Crazy.
they didn't start diversifying sitcoms until recently.
Chico and the Man. Hey, hey, hey!
Isn't
That
that,
was Fat Albert,
isn't
wasn't
that
it?
crazy though?
It wasn't crazy. It was what television was trying to spread out the message
Of what?
of racism in the country.
But they didn't spread it out until
Well, you gotta understand.
until
They
recently.
didn't even put women on TV. I Dream of Jeannie, 86, because she showed her belly button. They were gonna take it
But
off
that was
the
on
air.
the 60s.
They were gonna take her off
You know,
the
they
air.
talk about the women that were subservient to men and all these shows, and it went back to the Honeymooners.
Remember that?
They talked about
I love the Honeymooners.
and how nowadays he would almost be not Jackie Gleason, the other guy. Yes, Jackie Gleason was almost.
Ed Norton.
They said abusive to his wife, except that she had such a mouth back to him, she didn't take his abuse. And now he would raise a fist, and how nowadays you couldn't
Bang,
never do
zoom,
that.
pow to the moon.
But how she didn't even listen to him. She just was like, she talked back to him until she held her own. Amazing things that I never thought about, but apparently there's been all these, it would be a great class to take in school. And I'm sure they must offer something like that. They
American
must be
sitcom.
I know they have.
sitcom or racism on TV.
I know they have
Friends
like
was originally
TV shows
named
from the
Insomnia
1940s.
Cafe. Wow. And we've had a change of board ops. Is that true, Insomnia Cafe? So maybe we should rename our show the
Wait a
Brooklyn
minute,
Cafe to
Josh
something.
got a point. What was that, Josh?
Oh, I said they have like classes like television from the 1940s to 60s. They have a class. I don't know what's in it though. Probably what you're saying.
You see, but the
be
40
a
to
cool
the
class.
60, I think would be too far back. And some of those shows in the 40 were just not really, it doesn't hold your attention.
But you could go from the 60s to now, and that's in both of our lifetimes. That's not even going, I mean, that's like your parents' lifetimes. That's not even going back to grandparents and great-grandparents. To see the change in TV and what it is, and how much more there should even be now.
Now, I'm going to give you guys a hint. If you watch what your parents watched on television, you would understand your parents better. Because what they're going to tell you is what they learned in the day.
But their parents are our age.
Exactly. That's why Freddie and Gio talked to me about what happened back then. They were smart. They learned that I watch I Dream of Jeannie, that I watch Abbott and Costello, that I watch all this different stuff because my approach towards them had to do with that mindset. Okay? When Slick taught me about Black Lives Matter, remember we did the show?
Yeah.
And he explained it to me. I didn't understand what the whole Black Lives Matter thing was until he sat down and explained it to me, and I listened.
Interesting.
Okay, so if you were to watch what your parents watch, you would understand your parents a whole lot better. Because sometimes it isn't that we want to do or say the wrong things towards your generation. There's a big generation gap right now. That's what's going on with this stuff.
Is anyone taking classes like that? Haley, what classes are you going to take in school? You're going to be what kind of major?
Film major. I'm taking. I just finished a history class and like an intro to film class, so it was just like all the old like original films and like with like the original cameras and stuff, and then it was just like a regular kind of American history class. And then for the fall, I'm taking like a leadership class that I have to take for this program I'm doing. And then I'm taking a math that's like a computer. It's basically like the easiest math that they have, because like I guess film majors don't have to really take anything that rigorous in terms of like math or science. And then I'm taking it's not sociology, but it's like
Psychology?
Maybe it is sociology. I think I'm taking
That's
a
a good
sociology
kind,
class.
sociology.
Yeah.
It helps you with this business.
So you're taking some of the
You're going
course.
to take a course on old cameras, projections and things like that?
Probably.
That, I would love that.
You wanna go back to school?
I would probably go back to school, and then I will go ahead and I love old cameras. I have a big throw drive. Remember the big wheels they used to carry? There were 2 of them.
Do you?
I love that stuff. I knew a friend of mine, Juanita. She used to work on putting that millimeters together with these clips. You have to do it. That's why it has holes on the side. You ever seen the holes?
When you used to have to cut, splice, and put them together?
Yes. You know about that? How you know about that?
I'm almost as old as you are.
Yeah, but how do you know about the splicing? It was a clip. She used to do that for a living.
I don't know.
It was the coolest thing, and it was a clip, and you can hear it when it's going through
I
the
was a
wheel.
film major in school.
Oh, there you go. Did you take those classes?
Sure.
So you know about old cameras? And you never told me?
I know lots of things. I feel like you guys, you just got to ask the right questions and I'll give you the answers.
We should
I
go-
have my old, I don't even know what kind of tape they were. They weren't even reel-to-reels. All my old demo tapes from college. All my hosting tapes, all my
Bring 'em in.
audition tapes. Are on
Let's
like
make them
these
digital.
big cassettes. You would die.
Let's
Can you
make them
imagine?
digital.
Even bigger than VHS because I interned at one of the TV stations and
Reel
so
to
they
reel?
gave me all, not reel to reel, they're like big tapes that they
Oh,
used
the
to pop
cassettes.
in. They used to pop in the machines because I did my internship at Channel 4 in Miami.
Sounds like
That's
So,
a VHS.
for all my resume, everything they have all pile of tapes. So like you have everything now digital for your resumes, I got a pile of tapes. I'm sorry?
To digital. Talk it to the mic.
You should convert it so you don't lose it. Because like if you keep on that file, probably
Stay on your
gonna
mic.
get old. Oh, sorry.
I never even thought about converting them. I thought about throwing them away.
No, don't throw them away. You got to convert them.
Because yeah, I converted like my parents' stuff, like weddings. Their
Do you convert?
Yeah.
You'll do it?
Yeah, I think.
You have a
The-
machine that does it?
for the VHS though.
Do you have the little VHS?
I think so.
Let me know because I've got all my kids' little VHSs that should be converted.
Yeah, because if not, they start to get bad, like they start to deteriorate.
Do you do that for a business?
Yeah, my mom does it. Like I saw her doing it.
Really?
Yeah,
You
but
should make a commercial for that because people go to like big box stores for that.
and yeah,
You could do it.
yeah, I think so.
My parents took all the stuff over to Costco, I think, and did it for the kids' movies.
Yep.
All my baby movies.
I have a converter.
Do you? Ever convert your kids' movies or you don't have them anymore?
I don't have any.
I had a box full. When you think of what do you take in case of a fire, you can then you just have everything.
I want to get a reel-to-reel machine and hang it somewhere. That's really throwback. I brought that Elvis Presley microphone in here. Nobody ever said nothing to me. Elvis Presley used that mic.
It's a nice mic.
It's not a nice mic, but he used it. It's old.
I was thinking of instead of buying all these TV mounts, we should just mount the TVs to the wall.
It's that wall is made of cement.
I know. Just a thought.
It becomes a real nuisance. It can be done.
Just a thought. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more with our very quiet Monday crew at the cafe. There's ice cream in the back, you guys. There's gelato, and there's cookies. So maybe you all need some sustenance. Look, Dan's going to get up. Stay tuned. Quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in. Grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open. Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
It's home? Very. Bring it next time, because I want to add more people. I'd like to add, that's awesome. Maybe Alana's slick on the board, Haley on her computer, but it's great. There's a lot of tailors, so we can substitute some other people in it. That's really nice. I like it a lot. What do you think?
It's very nice.
I like it a lot.
I got a whole bunch of stuff here.
I see you're very busy on your phone doing all kinds
Well,
of things.
I got people that want a host for tonight, and I got the information to send for what he does. 7 up to 6, 7. All right.
It's nice.
We'll do it after, yes. I know. Shut up, Freddie.
Timing is everything.
Timing.
Dan, how was your weekend? You went to go see your dad?
Yeah, my weekend was awesome. I mean, it's highs and lows of being in the hospital, but it was nice to be surrounded by family and everything. The flight to Boston was smooth-ish. The flight back was a lot smoother.
Good.
I'd say one of the biggest differences I noticed COVID-related was I couldn't find a menu. Like, you couldn't put your hands on a menu in Boston. They all QR codes right on the tables. And they'll pop up right to your phone. I guess they don't want anyone touching menus. They don't want to have to be putting stuff down. But I went up there to visit my father, help caregive for him a little bit. You know, he's going through a little bit of a procedure, and I took him a piece of art from the studio, which he was real happy about.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I know the artist was so grateful that you sent that picture, and I'm glad your dad's doing well.
It got a smile on his face. It really did.
So I guess you didn't fly Spirit.
I did not. You know, a lot of people from Spirit ended up on the
Yes.
JetBlue flight with me, but
What's happening with them? Does
What do you
anyone
keep
know?
calling
they're
it?
canceling hundreds of flights a day. They got glitches in their system.
Really?
Slick. It's 8 times he calls me. Jerry's
What's happening
kids.
with Spirit?
Spirit? I heard is back on track. You didn't take Spirit
No.
up.
No, I saw the Spirit group.
You were in JetBlue.
Right.
I could tell by the footage of your video.
What
but
video?
I saw he has footage that he's putting together for
Oh,
his
cool.
visit. But JetBlue is on point, and Spirit should be on point this week.
So instead of 2 men in a car, you got 1 man on an airplane?
One man on an airplane, yeah.
Did
And
they
you know,
make-
it was RK who actually gave me the ride.
Did
So-
they make you wear a mask on the plane?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
And were
Yeah.
people were they rude on the plane, or were they nice?
They were nice. I thought I was gonna get to see some air rage like we've seen in the news, but nothing like that. Nothing close.
Media propaganda.
Did you hear the latest and greatest of what they are using to stop you?
Duct tape.
Duct
I was
tape.
hoping to see it.
What do you mean?
They now have rolls of duct tape so that if you get ruly, they tape you up, hands, and your feet and your mouth.
Can you imagine what that would feel like on your arms?
It's just more evidence that you can use duct tape for anything.
Gorilla tape is called. And do you know when you land and the air marshal takes you and arrests you and you go to jail, it's a federal offense?
If you're
because you're
unruly?
flying interstate? If you're ruly?
It's funny, you should invest in duct tape. When Aaron was little, he used to scotch tape everything. And I swore I was going to invest money in 3M. I never did it because the amount of scotch tape we had to buy, everything was scotch taped.
I can't stand scotch.
He loves scotch tape. So meanwhile, he's moving to DC on Thursday. They just got a letter from the office saying that everyone is still going to be working from home.
So where's he moving?
He already planned to move. He's got his. It'll be good for him to be in a new city, a new state. But he was planning on being in the office on Monday, and I think the office may not be opening in DC.
Well, he still may go over to visit and stuff.
So this is what's going on. People are not opening so fast.
Have you guys ever gone to Washington, D.C. and visit the government buildings, like the monuments or anything like
They're
that?
incredible.
It was a required school trip in Massachusetts. Had to spend extra money and go for
You went?
go to Washington for a few days, go and see all the history and stuff. Yeah.
I never went to the Washington Monument.
The Smithsonian, see
I didn't
Archie
go there
Bunker's
either.
chair. One day your hat and my wand are going to be in there.
I went to just the White.
You ignore me?
Yeah. But it's never going to happen.
It's going to happen. I have this vision.
Do you know you can have your own ring of honor here and put people's names up?
Yeah? Where am
Like
I
they
gonna
do in
put
the
it?
sports station. In the sports.
Oh, that ticker tape you want?
No, you put the names of like Slick, Dan. You could put their names up in lights.
And hang it up there?
If we owned the building, I would do that. Not because we rent, so.
That would be kind of cool. But yeah, I think one day your hat and my wand will be in the monument, in the Smithsonian,
Yeah.
right next to Archie
Dan and
Bunker's chair.
lights.
Yeah.
You don't think?
No.
You'll see.
No.
You never know. We have not heard from JP all day.
What do you mean? What do you
You
mean?
did hear from him. Let me tell you about his episode.
What happened?
Huh? I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it was a question. Do you
What
want to?
episode?
He was telling you about. You asked him for a comment. He gave you a comment. What is it? You losing your mind?
I don't
He
even
just
know what he's
spoke a few
talking about,
minutes
to be
ago.
honest.
He's just quiet.
Have
Maybe
you guys?
he needs the microphone.
Do you guys? He has one. Oh my God! There's the megaphone. Slick, I found your
We found
megaphone.
it.
Have you guys ever seen Abbott and Costello? I posted it on Facebook. Did you see what I posted?
I don't even see your stuff anymore.
It's on the
It's that
Brooklyn
algorithm.
Cafe.
I know. I guess I should look in the Brooklyn Cafe. Why don't I even get notified when stuff comes on the cafe?
You didn't see what I put?
No.
That makes
that
me.
crazy?
That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
No, you know what? It just shows you that I'm not even getting notifications on things.
You didn't get this?
No.
It's on the cafe. What do you mean no?
How come I'm not getting notified of things?
So, they do a thing where they say 7 times 13 equals 28.
Bless you.
You ever heard that?
Oh, does it really?
7 times
They go
13
through the whole
equals
thing of Abbott and Costello?
Yeah. 7 times 13 equals 28. You ever seen that?
939,000 shares.
Where's this math coming from?
That's unbelievable.
It's the funniest thing.
Exactly.
That's unbelievable. I don't know. I guess I got to go into my settings and change everything out.
Facebook is determined to diminish us to no viewers.
That's so negative.
It's the truth.
Slick. That's so half glass empty.
Did
Not
you
even
see
half
how many
empty.
people are watching the show today?
Yes. No, but yes.
Have you ever seen the number that small?
They grow, is what they do.
There's more people in this room than are watching the show. How could that be?
Because Facebook has suppressed everything, is what they're doing. It's time to give them more money, is what I guess it is.
Is that what it is?
Yep. So save the date on Friday, August 20th. We are having book signing with Jane Goldie. We're going to have her book over there. Rainbow in the Night, A Journey of Redemption. We're having a book signing right here. You can find it on our Facebook page. You can find it on the event page. Event is free to come. We only ask for an RSVP. You get to meet the author, find out all her stories and her background on bringing it forward and why it took so long and what her journey to redemption is.
And isn't it amazing that when you say you see a rainbow at night, people look at me and go, what? Does that even make sense to you guys?
You guys ever seen a rainbow at night?
Impossible.
Yeah.
Well, wait, car headlights maybe?
Read the book.
Read the. Oh.
That's what that book is all about.
I thought it was redemption in the night.
Seeing things that you never thought you could see.
So tonight, yes, last night actually is a new moon, and it's this great new manifesting moon. Anyone believe in that?
Yeah.
Anna? Haley?
Haley, you believe in
Do you?
manifestation? Really?
I'd say so.
It says it's a supercharged new
see.
moon in Leo, asking you to
Are you
step into
spiritual?
your power.
Really? Of everybody in here, the least one that I thought would believe in this stuff would be you.
Why?
Really? Why?
Because to me, she's like more, if I could see it, I believe it. But she has spirituality. So you believe in manifestation and all those board things and everything else?
I feel like manifestation, like, what do you do? Law of attraction? Like stuff like that. It's like, especially if you say it in your mind, it's going to change how you think. So then you're going to be working towards what you're thinking about anyway.
Yep.
Like subconsciously.
So if you want to date somebody and you think hard enough, you can manifest it?
You'll have to work towards it, especially if it's like a different person. It's not yourself.
You believe that too?
Yeah. I mean,
there
was this huge, like, it was like a trend to, like, write down in, like, a journal, like, what you want to manifest for the year, like, 2 summers ago or something. And so I wanted to get a job, and I wanted a boyfriend. So I wrote, and I manifested that I wanted to get a job.
In that
and I wanted
order?
a boyfriend. And it worked, like, yeah.
But did you get the job you wanted and the boyfriend you wanted?
Yeah.
Wow. So it worked 2 years ago?
A year ago-ish. Yeah.
How
Wow.
about you, Anna?
Yeah, but like I said, you need to put the work in. So maybe it's gonna bring, like, it's gonna help you work towards it or be positive about it. Like, but I don't think if you just think it's gonna happen or something like that. You need to, for the boyfriend, I don't know, like, talk or for the job, you probably have a lot of experience, you have a good curriculum, so you need all the other stuff. But I believe if you think positive and keep thinking about it, maybe it's gonna help.
But then that's not manifesting, that's making it happen.
It's both, isn't it? Like combination or?
I don't know. I don't believe manifestations. I believe that if you stay positive all the time, which is the hardest thing to do on the planet,
Yeah.
you catch up and you get to see that rainbow at night. It's all about seeing things that we can all see, but then some of us see it more than others. So maybe that's what you're talking about. You're able to visualize the 7 passages that you're given in your life every day.
Okay, yeah.
You know, now that's interesting about boyfriends and jobs because that changes. There has a flow to it. So maybe you get another job, or you get a different boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it is. And it changes from day to day, month to month, year to year. So
Slick, they're saying the sky is your very own vision board. And you can project your most powerful intentions. They say this is a very powerful stepping into your power new moon. That it's giving people the opportunity and the courage to express your voice and say what you really have to say instead of, oh gosh, what are you going to say now tomorrow? I don't even know. But they're saying that it gives people the freedom and the courage to say whatever it is, even if you're not trying to insult somebody, even if you think you may not be in agreement, you've got the courage to say it.
you buy this? You guys agree with
Because
that?
Leo is very powerful. It's a Leo moon.
It's a Leo moon in August.
I feel like it gives like some people something to believe in that isn't God, and I feel like that's like giving like the universe like a personification and saying like, oh, like the universe is giving me these things. Like if I put out good into the universe, I'm gonna get good coming back to me.
Now, in your case, have you ever wanted to speak up or say something about a certain deal, but you never did?
Yeah.
Because of peer pressures or society, not being politically correct, have you ever held back? So this moon is supposed to open you up, and you're supposed to say, you know what? Let me tell you how I feel.
If you like plan on using it to do that, like then you're gonna start doing that from then on.
But should you do it?
Should you do it? Yeah, if you want to. If that's something that you think would push you to where you want to go.
Would you speak up even if society would look down upon you for doing it?
It depends on what you're speaking up on. If it's something you really believe in, yeah. Like if nobody can change your mind about it, then why even stop talking?
Yeah, Dan, you feel the same way, Dan?
It depends on your platform, I would think.
Because then you'll just be talking to nobody.
But not. I mean, I'm not the most spiritual kind of dude, but I do
believe in manifestation.
I just in general believe in like the kind of work you put in is the kind of success you'll get out as an overall rule. I'm not so into like the moons and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean.
Do you believe in yourself?
Yeah.
That's where the beginning starts.
So they say you should write down during a new moon what your thoughts are and look at it on the new moon and look at it on the full moon and see what's come true, anything is manifested, and then in 6 months look at it again.
I do.
And see if what you've reflected on has come through.
I do use one of those vision boards too. Yeah. Like.
You do visual boards?
Yeah, I like
They all have vision boards.
Do you
guys have them too?
Do you guys believe they don't know what a vision board is? Oh,
I
that's
know what
easy.
they are, but I just don't have one.
You don't have one.
Slick has one.
He has 20.
We should do a vision
he
board.
changes his
Does
like he
Alana, do you
changes
have a
his
vision board, Alana? No.
Slick, you have a vision board? Under your hat, you got one.
You told us last week you've got a vision board.
This guy, he
No,
tells you
shakes
whatever
his
you
head,
want to
yes.
hear.
What? He's drawing pictures?
Are you?
Who drew that, you? Alana, she draws too.
Do you guys believe that you can attain anything you want in your life? Honestly, 100%.
I don't know.
I'd say yes.
Fair?
It depends
You
on
say
what
yes?
you're
no,
willing.
it does depend. Don't use the word depend, because that's underwear for old people. It does not depend.
Like
The
what are
word
you?
is yes or no. Do you believe that?
Yes. Yes.
That's it. Don't. That's it. Leave it right there. It's your belief. Do you believe that, Anna? Yes or no?
I was gonna say yes, but I'm thinking like.
And I just need one answer. Yes or no?
Okay, no.
No. Okay, that's fair. Dan?
Yes.
Slick? Thumbs up or thumbs down? You believe that? Yes? Okay. You have to believe that before anything else in life. Because when you do that, you will find a path to fulfilling it. And that's gospel. That comes straight from the Bible. Religion or not makes no difference. Because that whole thing in the Bible is about you being positive about yourself. 99% of the world around you does not believe in itself. That's why we crumble. Because they live in fear, and they listen to everybody else's rhetoric, and they don't listen to their own. So we will work on that. So before you leave this studio environment to go on in your merry little way, that is the one message I hope you walk away with here. Because you are in control of your domain. And you are the best at what you do, better than anybody else when you speak about yourself. True? We've been doing this for 6 years. Remember when we first started that with the kids?
You know what I love in that commercial they put together? You can have rhetoric and noise and people fighting, but the message out there really needs to be about hope and believing in yourself. And if the Olympics didn't show that to everybody, then you got to rewatch them, because it shows that anyone can achieve anything, and you never know what circumstance is going to arise to get you to that next step. And the gymnastics event, perfect example.
All of it.
All of it,
You know,
right?
that-
All of these stories of hope and determination and what they went through, and the Paralympic is going to be a whole nother level of determination.
It's really funny, and I don't want to, and again, not to bring up more bad news, but
he will.
Apocalypse in the Bible talks about the earth burns and the dread of disease. And when I look at California and everything else is around us, I'm surprised that nobody's come up with that. You say, read the chapter on Apocalypse. It describes it all.
Well, when this all started, we were going right into Passover and the Jewish religion. And right, even way back to the Old Testament, you talk about Passover and the 10 plagues that God sent and all of that. It's right, yes, you want to go back to biblical times. If you believe in that or even subscribe to the notion of it, it's all right there.
That's
and then
right.
how do you come out of it?
It's funny because as the Bible states, as the good book states, all of this destruction is here, and we could go like this, and you could change it. Because where there's a yin, there's a yang. And if you're being told that all of this bad stuff is at your doorstep, you can stop it. You have to choose to stop it. You gotta stop killing one another. Okay? You gotta stop doing what they're doing in Afghanistan that I saw this morning.
You okay? That table's
Stop
very
hurting
dangerous.
yourself.
Seems that table's popping out all over the place.
I know, it's because the chairs are in too tight. But there is a yin, there is a yang. You can change your destiny, you can change your belief. And let's just be good to one another.
So
for a
I
change.
think the assignment of today, because the new moon, we can still plus or minus, I always give like a plus or minus 3 days. Write down your thoughts and your manifestations today for tonight. And then take a look at them again, the things that you want to see come to fruition on the full moon in 2 weeks. And tuck it away and look at it. We did that for the money jar. We did that the first of the year to see what everyone wanted to come in for the following year. That's adorable. All right, I'm going to send that. That's my post of today on social media. Look at it in a year, but look at it again in 6 months. See what you write down today, if any of it comes to fruition in the next 2 weeks when you have the full moon. Because you'll almost be here. You'll still be here.
I didn't know she drew.
Alana draws.
I didn't know you were an artist.
She's like hiding. She's like, no. That would be kind of cool. I won't ask you because you don't believe in manifestation.
I believe that we are all in charge of our future. And you manifest the future. You manifest it. It's in you. It's not about boards. It's not about all. If it helps you, so be it. But I think you will attach tomorrow as the greatest day if you decide that's what you want.
And I love how we find all of our crew here. It's interesting. I'm sitting here thinking how we met Alana was because my girlfriend Lori is cousins with Alana's stepdad. And now she's working with us. Haley, in high school, we didn't even know, applied for this position. She's been with us since May, and she was a senior in high school. Dan came to us from a friend who texted me one Saturday night at like 10 o'clock at night, who I never hear from. And here you are. So it's really cool. Beyond what we get to do with the schools and how they find us, other people find us along the way.
That's right. And soon to be heard from again, even if they go to school, we're going to bring them back because this is going to be bigger than all of us.
I'm excited that Haley's only going to UCF and she'll be home for Christmas. So I'm like counting. It's
We
like,
got to send her a care package.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. You did that once.
What did I do?
You sent the care package, didn't you?
Probably.
To the kids in school?
I might have.
I don't remember who it was you did that for. I never seen that before in my life. I
Really?
never got one because I lived at NYU. I lived at home. My mother, I used to say, Mom, give me a care package. Yeah, Daddy. Yeah.
So more to come with that, but I love how everyone comes full circle here and how we get to meet our crew. We've got some new people joining us, and Salsa's coming back for those of you that remember her.
Salsera.
I don't know if anyone here remembers her. Slick does.
When she took off her mask, she walked right by me. She was wearing a mask for so long, I didn't know who she was.
Because we met people, everyone came in with a mask. We didn't. You too. When you first started here, no one had ever seen anyone's face. And then you took it off, and now
Slick, take it off, then put it back.
And now we're back to our mask. All right, so more to come. Tune in tonight. I guess you got a live show tonight at 6 o'clock.
6 to 7, yes.
All right, we'll see what happens with that. Have a great day, everyone. Write down your manifestations. Let us know how that works out by the full moon. And we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that glaze across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly